Well, shit. Shit, fuck. Axel. It's that fucking time. You know what time it is? It's time to get on the Oldsmobile. You know why? Because I'm not a quitter. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna fucking tell the guy, I'm not fixing his fucking car when I've already started on it. And yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I understand. I understand real good. I understand that you're gonna bitch and complain and whine and cry, and you're gonna whine and cry and bitch and complain some more. Why are you bitching at me? What did I do? I didn't do nothing. I didn't go out there and do the body work on the car. Why are you bitching at me? You need to quit bitching and complaining and go out there and do some work on that car and quit whining and crying. Because if you don't do that car, then I won't have anywhere to sleep and sit and be a pretty dog like I am. Because we won't have anywhere to live. We won't have any food to eat. And most of all, you know what? You need to quit bitching at me, because I didn't do nothing wrong. I'm just a pretty dog that wants to sit here and be pretty for you. Why don't you go over there and bitch at Minnie for a while? Don't take it out on Minnie, the body shop girl. Don't take it out on me.
So, we got Minnie the body shop girl here today, and it's Saturday, and I'm not liking it.
We're always here on Saturday, or you are.
I hear you, but sometimes we go to the estate sales, which that's what I'd really like to do, to be honest with you, really. Go cruise around and check out some estate sales.
Well, we're not. We cruise
Or we
around.
go bike riding, or we do something else.
We cruised around last weekend.
No, we didn't.
Oh, we walked all weekend.
Okay.
That's what we did.
So, I'm talking about the fucking 72 Oldsmobile
Yeah, I know.
that was supposed to be paint ready. Paint ready!
It's not.
It's not fucking paint ready!
Not even close.
So we're gonna have to work on that all fucking day.
So let's go get it paint ready.
So we were talking about letting it go and calling the owner and, pretty much giving him a fucking refund on partial work that wasn't completed and all this other shit. But my friend Pete's not a quitter, and we're gonna get it done. It's gonna be a big fucking job. I've already fucking done a lot of work to this fucking thing, and it would really piss me off to let it go and not finish the fucking thing and say I quit. But I'm not gonna quit. I'm not gonna fucking quit, because that's the situation we got. A lot of fucking losers in the world, there is. A lot of losers that says, I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna quit and I'm not gonna finish it. And, they got a closet full of projects that they never finished. and that's the way their life turns out. Speaking of finished products, maybe we can look at a product that we just finished here. If Minnie the body shop girl can get up and help me. We got a couch that we just built, 1955 Buick couch. It's been sitting out in my backyard for many, many years. I finally decided to go ahead and make a couch out of it. Let's check it out. Let's see what we got.
Ready for the big reveal?
Yeah, sure.
Here we go.
Let's pull the horns off.
No, I didn't.
Okay, don't pull the horns off. They're not bolted down
I
yet.
wasn't going to pull the horns
All right.
off.
So here's our couch we just made, the 1955 Buick Rat Rod couch, beautiful couch. This is authentic, 100% cowhide, Texas Longhorn cowhide that you're looking at. This is not fake, this is real. We even got the matching horns that came from the same cow. That's like about a fucking 5.5 foot span right there on the cow horns.
Now how do you know that's
Because I measured it.
that cow?
Because the lady had matching, when I bought the material, they had the material that matched the cow's horns that came with the horns. Okay?
I think you got poked in the eye.
No, I don't think so. You need to go down there and check it out one day. That's all she sells is cowhides and horns.
Okay.
Alright, and they
So
come.
you have to buy the
This is an
horns
original.
to buy the
This is
cow.
an original. Yeah, that's right. This is an original, authentic set right here, matching set. The skin came from the horns, and it's all matching, and it matches beautiful.
Wow.
Now on the back of the couch, which we're not going to pull out, but you can see right here, this is actually covered on the back. It's very beautiful and nice. You can actually put this out in the middle of your room. It's got wheels on the bottom and moves around easily, and it also adjusts to sit on the floor of your liking, so it's balanced and doesn't tip and toddle. We also got the working lights. We went ahead and hooked all the lights up. I'm not going to hook them up, but if you look back there in the corner as I zoom in, you can see there's the fuel door, the cords inside there making it stick out a little bit. But that's a finished product. That's finished, and proud to say I built that, and it's done. It's a done fucking deal, and it's finished. So you see where my friend Pete stands on this deal about being finished. It's got to get done, and it's going to be finished, because when I start something, I fucking finish it. Speaking of finished, let's get the fuck out in the shop and finish our job with our 1972 Oldsmobile Cutless Supreme, or whatever the fuck it is, and get her done. Finished. Done. Basically, just to make the story short, whoever had this car before replaced the top on the car, and there was some rust right in this area here. They replaced it to here, but they didn't fix this rust, and they filled it with some kind of epoxy filler shit, and you can see how thick it is right here, and then of course it comes up here. I was DAing the area down. I was feathering out the filler that they put on there so I can go ahead and clean this up, and all of a sudden, if you look right here, the primer started peeling off in massive quantities. You can see right here where it's just peeling off. It's not really feathering out and sanding. Here's another spot right up in here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take my Bondo Buster with 40 grit, and we're going to go ahead and clean this whole roof off, which is kind of a fucking bitch. It's really a fucking bitch. And you know, this car's been a bitch. This car has been a fucking bitch since the day I started working on it. And you know, this is one of them jobs that I really didn't want to fucking do, because a lot of these cars, and I'm talking 99.9% of them that says they're paint ready, all the body work's done, isn't even close to being paint ready and body work done. And the car was up there at the chicken coop, Daryl's chicken coop mechanic shop. It sat up there for about 2 years, and he kept saying, "Are you going to paint this car? Are you going to do this car? Blah, 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 blah." So I finally broke down and said, "Yeah, okay, fine. I'll go ahead and do it." I wish I wouldn't have taken it in. I wish I wouldn't have taken the fucking thing in, because it's just one of these fucking cars. Like I said, I'm repeating my fucking self, and that's the way it fucking goes. And if you don't fucking like it, turn the motherfucker off now, because this is a job that you're gonna repeat yourself a million fucking times because it's a piece of shit and you gotta repeat yourself because that's the situation you have, that I'm not a fucking quitter. And when you're in that fucking situation, you gotta keep going whether you like the fucking thing or not, and that's the way it fucking goes. So I'm gonna DA this fucker down using my 8-inch Bondo Buster and hopefully get all the fucking flaky ass bullshit piece of shit primer off it without taking the body filler off. That's what we're fucking worried about here. This top has a lot of body filler on it, and if I bust through, I'm gonna have to do all the fucking body work over. You know what? The real deal is, this ain't fucking working. This ain't gonna fucking work. What's gonna happen, it's gonna take me about 2 hours to do this. I'll probably burn my fucking air compressor up doing it. I'll have to stop and go like I'm doing now for my air compressor to catch up. And it's gonna be a real bitch. I think what I'm really gonna have to do is go get my 7-inch fucking grinder with a 36 grit grinding pad on it and get the fucking primer off that way. I'm running into Bondo over here and I'm trying to stay away from it, so anywhere that I see Bondo, I'm gonna stop because I'm gonna go over that with my fucking air file. Let me go get my fucking grinder and see what happens with that. Alright, we got our grinder. This is actually a variable speed fucking grinder that I use for buffing. Now I got 3 of these and I got to go get 2 of them rebuilt. So hopefully we're not going to fuck this up because it costs about 125 bucks to rebuild one of these cocksuckers, and this is the only one I have left. So if I burn this up doing this, then I'm fucked. I'm a fucked situation here. And I'll be honest with you, this car has been nothing but bad luck to me. Really, really bad luck. So let's take the 7-inch grinder. This is going to give us a nice hardcore grind instead of the DA style sanding. And hopefully we can strip this bitch down and get her done. Because the reason this primer ain't sticking is because the fucking surface of this roof was not prepped right now. We got to be real careful using this because if we don't keep it moving continuously, what can happen? It can warp the top of the roof. As you see, it's very flimsy, so we got to be fucking careful. Did I mention paint ready? Did anybody hear me say that? Yeah, this car was supposed to be paint ready. Easy in and outer. My ass! is here is that this cocksucker didn't prep the motherfucking metal right and left the fucking shit all fucked up before he put the cheap ass fucking materials on that he used. So it was a fuck up from the get-go on this fucking thing. I'm removing all the fucking Bondo as well. This is bullshit. This fucking bullshit. So I sent Minnie the body shop girl down to the paint store to get a gallon of aircraft stripper, because that would actually have been the last resort of fixing this fucking problem. But it looks like our grinder's doing a good job. The problem we have is that we can actually fuck this top up by grinding so much from the heat, and that's what we don't want to fucking do. It's coming off pretty good. It's a filthy mess job, and I'm going to have to redo all the bodywork that was on this. Basically, the bodywork that we found is around the edges. That's okay. No big fucking deal. There's some dents up there in that corner that we got to fix. I don't know what's on this side, but we're going to find out. And let me tell you something. This primer is coming off like fucking butter. Dried butter on a piece of fucking concrete. It's just flaking off like, it was never even put on right. Never fucking put on. Grinding pad for our grinder. That one there's pretty old. We got to get a brand new one because we really got to bite down in the fucking metal on that shit. But what I'm going to do while I'm waiting for Minnie to get back, I'm going to go ahead and get my air file. I'm going to start air filing this deck lid with 80 grit. I want to see what the fuck's under this shit. Let me go get my air file. We'll start air filing it down and seeing if the primer on this is as bad as the primer on that. See, I can actually tell by the smell of the fucking primer that it's cheap, fucking inexpensive primer. I'm thinking these guys used, just by the smell of it, some cheap ass shit that they bought somewhere just to get the job out of the fucking shop. And this is the shit you find. This is what happens to you when you fucking run into trying to get a body shop to do work for you, that they just fuck shit up and it really doesn't get done at all. And while we're on the subject of getting ripped off and fucked in the ass and getting the rounds instead of the squares, let's go ahead and talk about interior shops one more time, because I don't like interior shops. If you're an interior guy out there, you're watching this, you might be one of those one in a fucking billion guys that doesn't rip people off. But I'm going to tell you a few stories that I ran into. One in particular, I just finished a 34 Ford. It was a red and black one. A lot of people out there have seen the videos on that. Extensive videos that they were, but they saw the finished video, came out beautiful. It was black on top, candy apple red on the bottom. He took it to an upholstery shop. They told him $5,500. I sent them probably 75 pictures, detailed pictures of cars that I've done before, just like it, identical. And then I sent them pictures of what his car looked like. And they said it's going to cost maximum $5,500 bucks. And they said, no problem, that's cool. I bought some fucking armrests, some custom armrests that cost $125 for the owner. I left them in the box. He took them over there, and they didn't put them on the car. They didn't put them on the car. He doesn't know where the fuck they're at. And they never said they got them and all this other shit. They're those custom fiberglass ones. Real nice, unique, the ones I always use. So he takes his car over to this fucking guy. They're located in San Antonio, Texas. They get the car in the fucking shop. He gets his car in the shop. They tell him, by the time it's over, to make a long story short, they called him up a million fucking times, telling him they gotta do this and they gotta do that, and we didn't know we had to do this, and blah, blah, blah. By the time he got out of that fucking shop to get the interior done, cost him, are you ready for this shit? $12,550 fucking dollars. $12,550 fucking dollars for 2 seats, a bulkhead that goes around the back of the seats, a piece of carpet that's fucking 3 feet long, and 2 door panels. Oh, I'm sorry, they made the top for it too, because I had the skeleton already done. All they had to do is cover it, and that was it. They charged this motherfucker $12,550 fucking dollars. Was it worth it? No. No, it wasn't. It was not a $12,000 fucking interior job. It was more like a $3,500 interior job using vinyl. That's right, they used vinyl. They didn't use fucking leather. They didn't use ultra leather. They didn't use pleather. They used regular, basic, standard fucking vinyl for $12,550. Now, you see why I'm pissed off about these cocksuckers, these fucking scumbag people that are out there ripping people off and getting away with it. I talked to another guy the other day. He had his car in a shop. He actually brought the car to me. His name's Don, and he's got a 62 Falcon convertible or 63 or some shit like that. I don't fucking know. I didn't have time to work on it. So he took it to a shop in Terrell, and I wish I knew their fucking name because I'd put it right here, but I don't. Terrell, Texas. And the car sat up at his shop for 2 years. He gave him $18,000. They didn't do a fucking thing to his car. He ended up taking it to another shop out in Rockwall, Texas. They finally got it done. It took them 2 years to get it done, and they charged him $8,800. The world is full of thievery, scumbag fucking body shop people and interior shops and transmission shops, and all these fucking shops that are related to the automobile world are fucking ripoffs. There's thousands of these fucking guys out there that will rip you off and you don't even fucking know it, and they're treating you like they're your brother or something. Beware, my friend, beware. Do we gotta keep going on with this piece of shit? We see the fucking story, we know what it is. There's no sense watching me DA that, coming back here and grinding this motherfucker. Let's just get the shit done. Let's go down the road. When I come back, this thing will be down into primer ready stage. We'll see everything that I had to do over to cover this cocksucker's ass. All right, speaking of cocksucker, look what I found over here as I was grinding Bondo. Do you see that little fucking hole right there? All right, that little fucking hole that goes all the way through the fucking car. They were so fucking lazy and so pathetic that they couldn't even weld that motherfucker up while they were there. Look at how big it is. There's my fucking finger. It would have took them a split second to grind it down, fill it with weld, and grind it down again. They left it like that, and they put this fucking Bondo filler on there. I'm thinking this is Dynolite is what this is. And they put this on there and covered that fucking hole up, and eventually, sooner or later, that would fucking start bubbling up and rusting and getting moisture under it, which would cause all this fucking rust here and all this paint. You can see, here's what the top looked like before I grinded it down. They didn't even prep it right. They didn't take all the surface rust up and all the scum and all the smuck. They just left it on there, DA'd it down, and primed it. What I'm doing, I'm going back over. You can see where my grinders hit it right here. This is the type of surface you need. You need that 36 grit coarse surface to get the fucking shit to stick when it comes to these old classic fucking cars. So let me get on this piece of shit. Minnie, the body shop girl, went to get some stripper. She'll be back. She's working on the fucking door jambs, sanding them bastards down vigorously with 80 grit sandpaper. And our goal this weekend is to get this in primer. I don't know if we're gonna make it. It depends on what we find in the quarter panels and the trunk lid. But you know, it's gonna be a long fucking weekend. That's gonna stick it in our fucking ass and pretty much ruin it for my friend Pete and Minnie, the body shop girl. But we're gonna make sure that this guy's taken care of, that this guy gets a top-notch quality fucking job right here at Southwest Rod and Custom in Dallas, Texas. Hopefully moving to Moab, Utah very, very soon. You know, I don't know when that's gonna be. I gotta save my pennies up to fucking do that. I got my property already, and I'm working slowly at getting out there. But that's another day and another story. Right now, we're in Dallas, Texas, where it's a heat temperature index of 115 degrees out here, sweating like pigs and busting ass and crushing nuts, you might say, to get this thing done for the owner so he can have a happy fucking day and hopefully go to sleep at night knowing that it's going to be an all right fucking situation. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete, getting the fucking shit done and covering scumbags' asses, you might say. I don't know if I'm covering their asses, because if I met them in person, I'd probably spit in their fucking face and tell them to go fuck off. This is fucking bullshit. I don't even know how much money this guy gave to this place. He won't even tell me, and I don't really want to know. I don't give a fuck. But what I do know is I got to get to work. So we'll see you later. Take it easy. And, okay, here comes Minnie. Let's get a little angle with her. She really ain't going to give a shit, though. But fuck it. We don't even need to talk to her. Let's just get to work and Alright, what I'm doing here, I rounded the corners off, okay? Understand what I'm saying here? Hang on a minute. Yeah, that's right. This is just a real quick video. Let me show you something. I'm going to take that paint off. Look at that surface. Do you see the surface, how shiny it is where the... See there?
It doesn't look like
They didn't do nothing to it. Okay. Now, they stripped it down, but what happened, if you bring the camera over here, you can kind of see the light. They didn't clean the stripper off of it, for one. Alright? They probably just D.I.y'd it down very lightly with 180. And the prep job wasn't worth a shit. So, there you go. Alright, this is just a little situation. I told you I was coming back when it was all done, but I want to show you the magnitude of how cheap and inexpensive and fucked up this whole deal is by them ripping this guy off. Yes, they did rip him off. Okay, this is a rip-off situation. Now, I would like to say this. I will be charging him extra money. Yes, I've already talked to the owner, and I told him that I was going to charge him extra money if I had to do or whatever I had to do. But I made it very clear to him what the situation was, and he knows. So I did not pull the car in here knowing that I was going to charge him anything. I thought we were going to sand this down and it was going to be a done deal and paint it just like Norm's Roadrunner. Right here, I want to show you something. Do you see this Bondo here? See where I'm scraping that off? There's a line that comes up right here, see? There's a factory line in there. It goes from here to here. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the seam.
There's a seam where this panel meets that panel. I'm down here. Here's a cheap, inexpensive situation. They went ahead and with no reason at all, they didn't even have to do that. They went ahead and filled that in so it would be flush. Let me see if you can see the seam when I take the Bondo off. Okay, there's a seam. Oh, I see what they did. They replaced this panel and they welded it right here. Okay, so they replaced part of this panel. That's why this panel has a big hump here and that one doesn't. Okay, we gotta go, all right? We got a lot of shit to do here. You can see if Minnie will step back a little bit, that we got a lot of paint to remove. Look how it just comes off, look at that. All right, look at the sheet of primer. The primer wasn't even stuck to the fucking metal. Do you see that? Look at that. Okay. Let us get this all stripped. We're going to go over the car. We're going to look at it. Hopefully, maybe the primer didn't stick on the Bondo, because wherever there's Bondo, like right here, look, I'm going to have to redo it. So, big fucking job. Fucking mess. We're going to have to strip the fucking door jambs too, probably. Okay, baby, you can turn the fucker off.